What's up, everyone? Welcome to Ben Solve, and this is another episode of RV Living. This is going to be part two of Intangibles and Unmentionables. If you paid attention to my first long video, in which I want to apologize for, I didn't even realize it was 20 minutes until I looked down at the bottom and said, I didn't even know I could talk for 20 minutes. So I do apologize for that. That should have been a part one and part two. So let's get right into it. This video won't be as long, but it is kind of extensive, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. First thing you want to get are vent covers and or vents that control the airflow. And this is because wherever your furnace is going to be the warmest part of the house, and wherever your furnace is the furthest from is going to be the coldest part of the trailer. I keep saying house, my bad. So you want to be able to control that airflow. And if you'll notice, most of your vents are going to be close to the furnace. So you want to be able to shut those vents off or slow them down a little bit so that your area that's furthest away from the furnace can get warm. This is a choice. It really is a choice. If you're at the dealer, you want to make this decision right away. If you happen to have a RV mattress, you want to either get a better mattress, a thicker one, or a mattress topper, a memory foam mattress topper. I am a bachelor, so I sleep by myself, but if there's two people on this mattress, which is about 4 inches thick, you're going to eventually create a crease in that mattress, and then that mattress will just fold like a taco, and that's what you don't want to happen. So if you want to sleep comfortable, I would suggest either getting a mattress, an RV mattress, or getting a mattress topper, memory foam, possibly like 4 or 5 inches. If you're having issues with condensation, like you're waking up in the morning and there's a bunch of dew on the windows and you're not able to control it, I would suggest getting a large room dehumidifier, not a small room. A small room is only maybe good for the bathroom or your bedroom, but a large room dehumidifier should get most of that condensation out of your trailer. Next, this is a a space-saving technique, which is a telescopic ladder, either a 12.5 foot or a 10 foot. Now the telescopic ladder, the one I have is 12 feet, 12.5, and it reduces down to about 3 feet. So it's a space-saving issue, and it's a way to keep your ladder safe, because you can store a 3-foot ladder. It'd be kind of hard to store on the inside like a 10 or a 12-foot ladder, and then you'll end up hanging it on the side or outside, and it'll be exposed to the elements. Next would be a powerful rechargeable handheld vacuum. Now this is another space-saving technique. Using a large vacuum like an apartment or a house vacuum, it's going to drain a lot of power, and it's kind of bulky, and you won't really have any place to put it. So I would suggest getting like a handheld vacuum, a powerful one, or one that you can fold so you can condense the space. Next, if you are living in an RV park or in a wooded area, you want to get a leaf blower. And there's several reasons why you want to get a leaf blower, but mainly you want to keep the leaves out of your trailer. For some odd reason, well, you know, when leaves crumble up, they get dry, they crumble up, and then turn into like this dust slash dirt type mess. So you don't want to get that mess everywhere, and it blows very easy. So it'll be in your air. You want to just be able to blow those leaves back to the wooded area. Very important that you get drain catches for your sinks, especially your kitchen sink. I have two in my kitchen. I have one large one, and then I have a smaller one inside the large one. So when you are at a home or a trailer, you have a home or an apartment, you have a sewer system, and it's easy to get rid of clogs. You can just pour boiling water down the drain. But if you have an RV, you have holding tanks, which means the water goes somewhere and it's held until we drain it. So that means that the water can eventually get cold, and that food and that grease will just sit down there and stick to the sides, and make whatever's down there, the food, it'll just keep sticking to the sides. So you want to be able to get a a trap, food trap and drain trap, so that you can catch that nasty stuff before it actually clogs your pipes up. For smells, you want to get an enzyme that digests waste and not just an odor blocker. Something that masks odor is not going to help. You need something that's going to digest that waste that's in your tanks and liquefy it. A water saving technique would be getting a dishwasher pan. So if your trailer's like mine, you have a fairly large sink, which means you can sit a dishwashing pan inside the sink. Now I use that to wash my dishes. It's filled with water, and when I get ready to drain the dishes, I drain the dish pan, and then I drain my dishes, I drain the water inside the dish pan, filling it back up. Excuse me. Next, you want to get rechargeable batteries. If you're going to have a lot of weather stations and remote controls and stuff, you want to get extra batteries. This is just mainly for your weather stations, because they do take up a lot of power sometimes, especially if it's constantly reading. So you might drain your batteries pretty quick, and in that case you'll be stuck without knowing the temperature until the batteries recharge. So I mentioned in the first videos is that you don't have many outlets, and so you should get at least 5 or 6 surge protectors with USB ports. You also want to grab some cable ties, due to the fact that you don't have that many outlets. So if you want to run something across the room or behind the sofa or behind your furniture, you're going to need cable ties to keep those cables in place. I also mentioned plants, to get a few plants if you're in a trailer. One plant I would suggest would be an aloe vera plant, because it has healing properties, and the next plant would be an African ZZ. That's a plant that you basically cannot kill. It can survive in 90-degree weather and 20-degree weather. All you have to do is find a spot where there's some sunlight. If you don't have any sunlight, get a plant light and water it occasionally, and you should be fine. Finally, I want to give you something to do, and this is something I think that is important you should do prior to you bringing all your belongings in your trailer, and that is you should caulk your floors. Wherever your hardwood floors and your wall meets, or your floors and your island meets, I would caulk. And there's a couple reasons. One, you want to seal it so no water gets down there, but also if you don't seal it, that dirt that's on your floor will eventually blow in those cracks and crevices, and let's say you get some water down there, and next thing you know, you got a nasty little mess that you actually can't clean up. So I would suggest caulking all of your hardwood floors. Use a caulk that's the color of your floor. My floor is brown, so I use the brown caulk. I would also suggest caulking your bathroom floors as well. So everything where the floor touches, anything in the bathroom, the shower, the cabinets, the walls, even the toilet, you want to caulk everything around there so that no liquid whatsoever gets away from sinking in or seeping in somewhere. That's basically it for my list. I have one last item. If you're like me and you don't drink your fresh water, because I really don't like well water. There's nothing wrong with it, I just don't drink it. I get 5-gallon jugs. You may want to invest into a 5-gallon jug pump. So this is a water pump that fits right on top of the bottle. It has a hose inside, and you press a button to get your drink, or if you have a cup, you simply just lean it up and it'll start to flow the water out. I found this on Amazon for like $19. Now it doesn't keep the water cold, but at least you'll have something to get the water out, and it's also USB rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about keeping it plugged in somewhere. So this has been Saul with part 2 of my intangibles and unmentionables. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and hit like. If you want to know more about some of the episodes that I'm going to be coming out with, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and every time I load up an episode, you will be able to see it. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.